Hello dolls, welcome back to our channel, and today's video is my take on Rihanna's beautiful springtime makeup that she had on for a recent award ceremony. Here is my recreation. I hope that you guys like it and that you will stick around so you can learn how I achieved it. As you can see, Rihanna's skin is super flawless, so I am trying to recreate this by applying some foundation all over my skin to kind of make sure that all of the tones that are on my skin are very even and that I look like I have flawless skin just like hers. In this step, I'm just going over all of the blemishes that I have on my skin just to ensure that they are absolutely disappearing, or at least appear to, and just buffing them in with the brush. I'm using this very good brush from Real Techniques, and then here I'm going to be kind of hiding all of those under eye circles, and I'm using an orange concealer for this just to cancel out that darkness. And now I'm going to go over it with a skin colored concealer from the same palette, and this is just going to make that look a little bit more normal. If you compare both eyes, you can see how big a difference that makes. So just by this step, it really does prep the eye for looking more awake when you didn't get enough Z's. And here I'm just setting everything into place with a pressed powder, but here you can use a loose powder or translucent powder, whatever you have. And I'm just setting that under the eyes and around the lid, and then I'm also going to be setting the rest of the face using the same powder. Now in her look, Rihanna had well-defined but very light-handed eyebrows, so I'm just going to try to recreate this. I'm using the Morphe palette, and I'm just trying to make my eyebrows look as similar to Rihanna's as possible. And now I'm going to be highlighting the brow bone using a vanilla shade, like a really light shade. Anything you own that looks like this is gonna work. And here I'm just using a shadow that's brown, and this is Saddle by MAC, and I'm just going to be defining that crease area with this and just blending it very well, so this will be our transition color. And I'm using a stippling brush or a dual fibered brush, and this is from Morphe. And then now I'm just gonna go in with a lighter shade, which is like more of a cafe au lait kind of shade, just to kind of blur those edges out, because the beauty of this look is just making sure it looks very springtime, very airy and flawless. So I'm just adding a little bit of eye primer onto the lids, because this is where the color is gonna go. And I'm just pressing some beautiful shimmering purple shade of eyeshadow onto it, and this is a MAC shade as well, and I really love it. It's a more parfait or more, and it's kind of like a purple color, and it has like some blue, like shiny kind of color to it. And I'm just gonna press on a little bit of pink, shiny shimmering pink shadow just to make sure that it looks kind of the same shade of Rihanna's look there. And I'm just gonna go back in with that saddle and just really blur out those edges so it looks nice and seamless. And then I'm gonna be adding a bit of darker purple, and this is Shadowy Lady by MAC, and I'm using a smaller brush just to add this to the outer corner of the eye, just to give a little bit more dimension. And I'm just gonna really blend that out so it looks nice and seamless. And I'm going back in with saddle, because that's the trick of this look, to make sure that everything blends into that crease color. The next step of this makeup look is just highlighting the inner corners of the eye using that same pink eyeshadow we used to wake up the purple. And here I'm just going to be adding a bit more of the saddle on the lower lash line just to define this area. To open up the eyes, I'm going to be adding a flesh toned eyeliner to the waterline just to make the eyes look a little bit larger and make the look a little bit more dramatic. And then now I'm going to be really lining the eyes with a nice beautiful cat line, because that's what she has on her look. It's a very dramatic cat line, and I'm gonna try to recreate this on my look as well. Now I'm just gonna coat my lashes with some mascara. This is the Marc Jacobs, the newest one that came out, and I'm also gonna be doing my lower lashes, which is something I don't normally do, but for this look, Rihanna's lower lashes were really well defined. I don't really have many lower lashes, so it's not gonna look quite the same, but that's what I can do. And she had a very luminous, glowy look on her skin, so I'm gonna just be using Opal by Becca, the shimmering highlight, and I'm just gonna apply this all over the areas of the face that need to be touched by light. In this step, I'm just doing some really light contouring, and I'm just using a powder by MAC, and it's just a couple shades darker than my skin tone right now. This is what I use for the summertime when I get a little bit more tan. So I'm just using that to do a really light contour on my face. And she doesn't have like any discernible blush, so I'm just adding something very natural, something that looks very fresh, just to add some color to my skin. And I'm now gonna be adding some falsies now that the mascara has dried, because her eyelashes look very long, separated, but not anything that looks unnatural. So these look very natural, and these are red cherry lashes, and I really am loving them right now. And I'm just adding another amount of mascara just to kind of blend my lashes and the falsies together. Last but not least are the lips, and I'm lining my lips with a very natural or neutral color that looks kind of like my lips. And then here I added some ColourPop gloss, but then after I was done with it, I wasn't too sure if I liked this pink because it didn't really resemble hers, so I changed my lip color to a more nude one, so it looks more like this picture. And yeah, I did my hair kind of to look like her hairstyle, and that's the finished look. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and as usual I want to give you guys a kiss, a hug, and see you in the next one. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Ciao.